Hello, my name is Shuttle here. Welcome back for another episode of Curtain of Steel, Supreme World Ultimate. In previous episode, we managed to conquer Sao Paulo for Argentina here, and we're probably going to be pushing towards Rio today. At least that's the plan. Whether we actually reach there today or not remains to be seen. Also, one thing that we should probably do is start maybe advancing a little bit over here in Peru, but I think what I'm just going to do is focus down Brazil first, at least get Rio, and then after that it's probably up to the river over here in this urban area. Clean up some of these, but I might do some of those off camera as well. Remains to be seen, but anyway, let's just get started. So we got our troops in here just after the previous combat. We got our artillery brought in a little bit closer, and we are capturing these two with our infantry already, so that should go quite nicely then. We got a bit of tanks here, but one of those is actually a little bit wounded, and these are all needing a bit of repairs. We do have a fresh set of tanks over here though, so we can bring those in, and we'll probably be able to clear out the military base over here fairly soon. Well, Netherlands wants to buy some timber. I mean, sure, that's fine by me. Right, so now with these troops here, is what we'll do is we'll just switch one of these around, and then these two troops can attack and destroy the defenders at the military base. And then I can just take the infantry in here and start approaching the town over there already. Clear out the enemies there. These can start pushing forward as well. Get all the way there because we captured all those three now. We got the missile launch silos done, which is quite nice, although I don't know how much we'll use it. But yeah, once we clear out this, we can move into the city, clear out that one, and then start moving along the road here basically with the infantry. And tanks and sort of support from the surroundings. And then the other infantry group can just go around and clear out the coastal towns there for the most part. So let's just go ahead and move that around a little bit. Once we get into barracks in here, I think that is the closest barracks that we have in this region. West Germany in fact, is offering to buy some petroleum. I'm paying pretty decent price overall, so I'm taking that. And the garrisons that the Brazilians over here have is not good enough, so I'm just going to go on fast speed. We might have to leave some of the infantry behind at some point to repair a little bit, but it's probably not going to be... Oh, I may have screwed up here a little bit. Let's give the entrenchment order again. I can probably take... There's one infantry from here. Leave it at the barracks, and these could maybe go to the side a little bit. We can probably bring some of these closer to the barracks to be repaired. Over time, we can bring in our artillery down there, and we've got some troops over here that could start pushing further north. We could probably clear out some of these towns at least. The question is, of course, where do we attack? We could try to attack that one. If we take troops from here and there, attack that one, we can clear out sort of these three first. Well, at least these two first. And then we'll have... Well, actually, once we clear out that one, we can attack that one from two places without having to fight two battles at the same time. Right, and we can take this infantry stack and entrench to the southeast. And that is a jungle, so we'll have pretty good defensiveness in there. Won't be taking that much damage. The garrisons were activated in here, okay. Well, I mean, it's garrison fighting garrison, it's not really that important. What we shall do, though, is we'll move in here and take care of that one next. Then we're going to shuffle down here and destroy that. I mean, technically speaking, we could just take these in here. They'll be able to start fighting the combat there. We do have artillery within a close distance, so we can bring that within reach. That'll help quite a bit. Just we'll keep things alive. There is Brazilian tank over there. Alright, let's just bring in some troops on the road because they might be trying to get through there. Or they might be trying to go around, remains to be seen. But that is one of the few enemy units that we've seen here moving about lately. Right, so we did manage to win the combat over here near the coast, that's great. Let's just go ahead and take some of these more damage units, especially to park them on the barracks there. It means that they'll repair it slightly faster. And then what we'll do is, once the infantry is in the city, we'll bring in the tanks to assist here. You can move to the side a little bit, just to give a bit more protection for the area here. Bring in the air guns a little bit, or the air rocketry a little bit further. And then we've got a couple of infantry over here that could also join into the repair fest over there. Right, next town, I suppose. And then these can also start pushing up here, or up towards north to fight the next town. technically speaking, what we probably need to do over here for the combat is take this stack and go into the jungle for a little bit. We can bring the tanks into the city instead. But once our infantry gets in here, we'll be breaking through the... Like, the garrisons are basically no match for us right now. It's just a matter of doing it strategically enough so that we don't have to fight multiple combats at the same time. That's basically what it boils down to. We've got more artillery brought in. We can probably have these move over there. We can bring in the artillery a little bit closer. Not that we necessarily need it, but there is an airfield there. So having a bit of extra defenses probably doesn't hurt. We'll move the tanks into the city up to the north of the road, and then these can start moving towards the next one. So there's 5 garrisons over there. That's not too bad. These can advance into the next town, and after that we can just move them forward. It's just the supplies over here aren't... Well, actually, they're not too bad. 52% is actually pretty decent. Petroleum to West Germany, sure. Especially now that the troops are getting a lot of experience in here as well, then the effectiveness of the combats, or during the combat, is quite a bit elevated. Right, so we did actually win the battle against the garrison over here, I believe. In which case, you know what, I'm just going to attack over there. That is going to be an urban combat, but we are also in urban terrain, so that is going to reduce the damage that we take. And then what we can do is we'll just take these 2 stacks, attack forward. We've got the artillery support as well, so we'll be able to clear these out rather quickly. And you know, if we keep advancing on multiple fronts, then that means that the enemy is going to be losing more and more of their support. Like right now, they have a military approval rating of 57% and domestic rating of 27 or almost 28%. Oh, we do actually have an unemployment of 4.1% right now, so we could probably increase some of our productions. We have been increasing the consumer goods production a lot, but is there... The electric power is running a little bit low, like we haven't run out. But we might want to build some more, or build some more... Actually, are we constructing? We are still constructing. I am going to get another industrial goods factory somewhere. Oh, we're building over there, right. We'll just build a second one over there. Just so that we can continue building without the need of buying all the industrial goods from others, necessarily. Right, but back into Brazil. So let's go ahead and take another stack over here. Advance, and then we can take all of this. Advance into the next hex over here. And slowly but surely just keep on advancing. We got a research down, that is the metal oxide semiconductors. That is something that does actually unlock new things. I don't know how many things it's going to be unlocking though. It's the microprocessors, I believe, and that is then going to be unlocking new things. So what is going to be the next one after that is the particle detection advances. That leads to high efficient, or high energy colliders, which leads to some more sciencey things. But we first need to get, well, both of the prerequisite techs for that. Only getting one right now. So yeah, that'll take some time. Have we gotten... Oh, we have actually gotten a lot of the tanks over here now repaired. Let's take these and the 5 tanks over here. The infantry along the coast is doing just fine in their combats. So we'll just quickly entrench in there. We can take this one. And once we get over here, there's probably going to be a little bit more fighting. But it's not too bad. We've got quite overwhelming firepower in the average combats here. So we should be able to advance quite easily. Bring in our artillery even further. And then we've got some infantry over here that is mostly repaired. These could be brought next to the barracks. And I suppose I'll just take these 2 to repair as well. We'll wait for them to get out of their current location. And then we can just keep on advancing. So those can probably actually... If we take these 2, we can clear out that one quite easily. And we have cleared out that. We have cleared out that one. So in theory what we should do is get over here and there. And I suppose technically speaking we can also move these 2 in here, clear out the other one at the same time. So yeah, we are quite effective in combat in here. But you know, we have much better tech, we got much larger armies and all that, so it's not really a fair fight. Actually, that is where the river starts, so if I was to get that one conquered... Oh, and we got a lot of trade deals. Petroleum, and military goods. So that's a few more places conquered in here. Fairly easily. We'll probably need to conquer that area as well, but like... Well, we already blocked the path over here, so they won't be able to go past that. We can probably bring that in. Do we have... Oh yeah, we got some combat engineers in here. That's probably going to be useful. Right, let's take our infantry stack over here and just keep on pushing. Bring our artillery slightly closer as well. I think we could probably clear out that one without too much casualties, even with just one unit of tanks, or one set of tanks. Oh, are we... There's an artillery somewhere. Or a ship. We're being bombarded in here. Now the question is where? I suppose we'll send the tanks over there. If there's something over here we can... Oh, it's over there. Alright, well, we found it. Let's go ahead and take... I think just infantry will be sufficient to clear out that one. While the rest of them can start pushing further. We can bring our artillery a little bit closer. We will be getting these stacks of infantry. Oh, right, yeah, I was bringing this stack to clear out that already. But, you know, might as well speed things up a little bit. It's only the 4 garrisons. That is not really going to be that big of a challenge. And we clear out the garrisons there. Excellent. We cleared out the garrisons on most of these as well. I'm just going to take 2 of these. Start clearing out some more over here, and I suppose, technically speaking, since we got the artillery, we can easily clear out that one. We've got 2 groups over here that can clear out the next town over there. So the more we conquer, and the faster we conquer, the better it's gonna be. Now, I suppose I'll just take this entire stack now and get over here. Start pushing towards Rio itself. There we go, that is cleared out. We can probably just advance over there and it will be captured. And then we can join into the rest of the group here, at least in theory. Got these 5, could probably start pushing further up here, and we cut that off, so all of this is going to switch to us. We have managed to get the submarines out of there now, so we had to bring in some cargo ships in, but that's kind of the point. You need to have cargo ships around, even if you won't be using them directly in combat. Okay, we're taking a bit of casualties in there. Pull that one back, and this can be sent in. There we go. That's yet another victory for our troops. And since we got this infantry stack over here, I'm just gonna bring that to the sort of clear out the peripheries of the urban area, or the metropolitan area here, while we push in with the first group of infantry, I suppose I should say. I can bring in the artillery closer. What I'll probably do actually is I'll move in the tanks over here to make sure that we won't be able to send troops through the road to attack our artillery directly anyway. And bring in some more artillery over here as well. And yeah, doing some bombardment already. These could probably be pushing further in here. Just gonna take this. Take out the... Oh, that has a research center. Well, that's gonna be good for... Oh, hello. Alright, well, we do have some engineers in here. Let's bring that in to defeat the TL Wonder over there. Not particularly worried about it conquering all that much, but I'm not too confident about the capabilities of the Argentinian garrisons. I mean, it's been already pushed back, and now we've got our combat engineers in here. We can just destroy that. Of course, they do still have paths to go around in here. So even though we control all of this, it's not going to stop them from advancing through, which is admittedly a bit of a problem. Okay, that should be quite an easy victory. I do have the artillery over here that we could of course utilize, but I suppose we can just go ahead and... How's the combat going over here? Did they... Oh, they might have some capital ships over here as well. Or some sort of ships at least. Assisting. The infantry is about to arrive into the combat here. We can clear out these 2, then we can go ahead and clear out the base over there to the north. While with this army, we'll just head towards Rio. We can probably clear out the garrisons there already. And that one's already cleared out, so that's not going to be an issue. So it's just the Rio garrison. That is going to be 7 garrisons in there, but regardless, it's not going to last all that long. We might have to pull one of these back a little bit. We've got some replacements over here that we could probably start pulling back in here, and these could get into the town over there. So Rio, the garrisons are basically done for, and we got... Oh. How much consumers do we have? Not a lot. Is that a lump sum deal? No. It's only 66 tons per day though, so it's not really that bad. Yeah, I suppose we can do that. And there we go. Rio has fallen. At least the defenders have fallen. Now we just need to push through all of this. They do have some troops over there. There is, including some planes. We could probably bring in our guidelines over here a little bit closer. And once we sort of trigger that base again, then we can just shoot them down. Oh well, I suppose we need to sort of get in here so the planes start flying around and then we're going to shoot them with the rockets. But that should be pretty easy to deal with, and let's just keep on going. Of course, the question is, no, they did not give up yet. Where did they move their capital? It's in Salvador now. Alright. That's a bit further away, admittedly. Canadian Defense Peace Corps. Oh, alright. Let's go ahead and bring in some artillery over here. Actually, I don't know if I want to put it right there, because we haven't captured that. Although, I suppose what I could do is I could move it in the tanks over there. The infantry from here can probably start pushing down towards the military base. While we clear out these, we can capture the naval base as well fairly soon. Oh, there we go. We activated the planes. Did we actually? Oh, right, I'm just checking neutral fire from the planes there. That was to be expected. But there we go. The military base has been cleared out. We can send in the tanks over here and start advancing further. These can get into the military base itself. And the infantry is doing just fine. I mean, one of the units will need to go get some repairs soon. But once we capture that, we can just repair the troops in there. Or just have the troops stay there and get repairs. Okay, over there, these could maybe help a little bit advancing. I don't know if these will be able to destroy the garrisons in the villages, but we can at least give them a try. Alright, the tanks did a pretty good job over there clearing that one out. We can just send in the infantry continuing on, and then these can get next to the naval base. We've got a few infantry units over here which could probably... Oh, and we got 2 over there. Are they... Well, let's just bring them in here, so we'll have 6 over there plus a 7th from there, so that would already be a decent enough to clear some of the towns. Perhaps not all of them, but it should be sufficient to clear out at least 1 at a time. And then these are they moving? They should be moving, yeah, they are. So we'll clear out that one. We've already cleared that one. Let's get into the military base then. Or the naval base to capture that. And how is the enemy... Oh, military approval rating down to 47%. Because we are taking... or advancing ground... Oh, okay. We're going to lose a combat engineer in here. We could of course bring in the second set of combat... And no, we actually managed to pull that one back. But yeah, we kind of run out of supplies in the combat there. And we've managed to clear out this, so let's just go ahead and start advancing further. We did empty that one, and we could advance over here further. We could probably bring in the engineers to start helping with some of the combats in here. They're not going to be good enough to sort of clear anything on their own necessarily, but good enough so that we can at least deal some damage. And of course we got a good tank group over here. Let's actually send you to clear out that town. We can then start, or just have someone guard the bridge there for the time being. Now, admittedly, there is some Argentinian troops, mostly troops that we sold them way, way back, that they're using, or basically at the start of the conflict, I believe. Let's entrench into the city there, and then I suppose we could just start bringing stuff in here. Let's bring in the artillery closer as well, so it can support a little bit of the combat there. Plus the supply truck can keep the units fighting. We got the 7 units over here, which I suppose should... Actually, no, it's not 7 yet. It's only 6, isn't it? Yeah, it's only 6. So it's waiting for 1 more to arrive there. It is on its way, at least. But it seems like it's going to take a while. Infantry can keep on pushing on the coast here. We'll with this main push over here, we'll just conquer the coastal towns right now. We'll use some of the lesser groups to... Oh, no, that's Argentinian Air Force. I was like, hold on, that's planes. Is that hostile? But no, it's not hostile. 2 days that we get another tech, which is going to be quite nice. We got all 7 infantry over here now. Let's send them across, and then we can start advancing into the jungle there. And these can start going, or into the forest. These can start heading north. And of course these, once again, just advance to the next one. Do we have any more troops for close quarters combat? Not massively. I mean, I suppose once we... Oh yeah, we had this one. How about you just clear out that? We can send in the tanks over here. We've got the artillery support. We can just bring it to the city so it can bombard either one. And we got the particle detection advances, but of course that does not unlock any new things yet. Then the BT2, which is definitely old tech. I'm just wondering to see what happens, like, replace design, so it might mean that it's not even visible for the construction purposes. Like right now, it's of course not in there. We got some of the T-72Ms being built. Not massive amounts, but we sort of reduced the production that we do quite drastically, because we got pretty large army. Unless we start fighting against USA, I don't think we need to get more troops. There we go, so that's another 2 towns basically cleaned up already. These are a little bit low on supplies though, but they managed to recover from there. These 2 can advance further, that one could probably advance further. We can bring in the artillery support with it, so it can clear out some of the towns there. We did manage to clear up these 2 towns as well. And then of course you can get in here, you can get over there. Technically speaking, what I could do is you can go past that town, and then these can get on the road again. And you can get further north there. We can send in the secondary infantry group to entrench a bit further north, while this infantry, sort of the, I suppose you could call it the 3rd infantry group, should just go in there. We'll just take this one infantry that is very damaged, pull that back. We can send these 2 to repair there as well. We can bring in some more artillery to assist with some more of the fighting in here. Oh, what I'm going to do actually with this artillery group is just move it to the naval base. And there's Argentinian ships over here helping us. Not that they're necessarily dealing that much damage, but, you know, it's still capturing some more of the sea zones in here, which is definitely good news. And how is the... Ooh, the tanks have actually taken a bit of damage there. Alright, we might have to pull this... all these units back, because it looks like we're not going to be able to get through there. But we've got some infantry that we can certainly utilize once we capture these, and we've already cleaned up the base over there. Now, it would actually be beneficial for me to have like a tank or something in here next to the infantry group that I can then just go in and capture places while the infantry goes to the next target already. But I suppose this still works, so I'm not too fussed about it. Or not too worried about it, at least. Oh, and petroleum, yeah, fine. Timber to Netherlands, that's also fine. We are at least making a lot of money, and it looks like Argentinians are bringing some artillery of theirs. But like there is a fair bit of urban up to this river, but after that it gets a fair bit more, or a fair bit less. I mean, they're on the coast there's a bit more, but then going all the way to Salvador, it's going to be a bit low supply issues at times there. Although I suppose in this version, or this time, or start date, it's not quite as bad as it is in the 1914 start, which is the one that I've usually used when I've been conquering all of South America. Because I've done that at least twice, or 3 times actually, because I remember that there was... sometimes I've had to restart playthroughs, and like I've had to conquer, well, maybe not all of South America, but like part of it regardless. Okay, and that is going to be pretty quick conquests over there. Okay, on the roads there, this could maybe... actually, where's the... so there's the urban center there. I'm just going to bring this one down over here to help with some of the conquests. And then you can push forward. You've already captured that, so we can just keep on pushing. Got some of the tanks over here. We did clear out that. Just going to take the tank group over here and set it over there. Got our artillery, which I'm going to bring closer. And those are falling. There we go. Ooh, we're running a little bit low on supplies here. We might have to wait a few moments before we move into the city. But at least we cleared it. Right, so the infantry did manage to clear out its next target. And this could be moved over here to clear out the next town. It's down to 3 garrisons. I didn't realize that it has 6. Okay, that would actually make quite a difference on the fight against the tanks on close quarters combat. Ireland and Australia have allied. Is that going to be... that is going to be another 4. These are fairly experienced though, so I believe we might be able to take care of that on our own. With minimal damage. Besides, it's open ground, so it's going to be a little bit more in favor of us, at least to some degree. Because they don't have that much heart attack, but they do have close quarters attack, and if it's, well, close combat areas, then, you know, you take the damage from the close quarters rather than from the heart attack that they do have. Very limitedly. More petroleum to West Germany, alright. And to move into the city, and these can advance further. So yeah, we are slowly capturing all of this, and we can probably move these forward. Bringing the artillery closer. I suppose what we're going to do is we're going to advance with these two first. Should be enough firepower. And then once that's cleared out, we can send in these tanks in the city, and these can help from outside. Is that a... No, that's not on the river. Okay, good. I was just a bit curious. So, we can move in the infantry from here. Is that... Yeah, that's just a 7. Okay, that's good then. These could probably go ahead and clear out our town in the jungle there, and then these can just keep on pushing forward. But yeah, we managed to do a fair bit of work in here today, but we are unfortunately out of time for this episode. So if you enjoyed this, please like, comment, subscribe if you haven't already. Also got the links down below in the description. But other than that, thank you very much for watching. Until next time, bye bye.